sir. I have to see your ID, I'm afraid, sir.
Oh. Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Glad to see you're on your toes.
This is Detective Superintendent Grace from SO13. He's going to be in charge of the inquiry. And his firm are going to be based here, which means we'll be giving them all the support they need. Now, be aware, we've had a shooting on the ground, and we've also got terrorist suspects in custody. So we're not talking about fish and chip crime. The order of the day is ears open, mouths shut.
We've designated the female cells as a high security area. Armed officers are on watch here and at access points to the station.
All right, good. Custody records?
Sir?
Lots of action last night.
Both prisoners have complained about the circumstances of their arrest, and they've repeatedly asked for access to a solicitor and for people outside to be told they're in custody.
They've been informed of the reasons for refusal, have they?
Sir, they understand it's on your instructions.
Good.
Yesterday evening, 2 of our officers were up behind a car thief called Phil Stark. He tried the handle of a parked Jag in Leamington Grove. Didn't realise that there was a man, Joseph Pearce, in the vehicle. Now, Pearce shot Stark and drove off. Stark only received superficial wounds and is recovering in hospital. Isn't that right, Viv?
Yes, Gov.
Later, Pearce crashed at a roadblock and was killed. Now, prior to the shooting, Jim Carver saw Pearce leaving a flat in Leamington Grove carrying a holdall, which he put into the boot of the Jag. When the vehicle was intercepted, this same holdall was discovered. Inside were 2 Kalashnikov AK-47 automatic rifles. In the meantime, the flat was searched. The occupants were Paul Harris and Marie Sinnott, an Irish couple in their early 20s. They're now being held here under the Prevention of Terrorism Act. Ted.
What came out of the flat search?
Names and addresses we'd like followed up, and various items which are being tested for forensic purposes. We have reason to believe that Sinnott and Harris were the support cell for a provisional IRA active service unit, responsible for 3 recent shooting incidents on the mainland. My colleagues from SO13 and I will be interviewing the prisoners and building up a profile of the dead gunman. We want Sunhill CID to knock on some doors and dig out what you can on Sinnott and Harris.
You'll be coordinating that, Ted. Oh, and before anyone starts belly aching, all right, we've got the routine gutty job. But if we do that right, it can make a result stick.
I know it's a burden. All we can do is play it according to the rules, and God willing, we'll be fireproof.
Yes, sir. That's Harris they're bringing back. They'll be wanting the woman again now. Excuse me, sir.
All right.
Dr. Edding?
Are you one of the business study students?
No. This is about a Marie Sinnott, who is or was a student here at the Polytechnic.
Oh, God, now what's happened to her?
Oh, she's fitting well, don't worry. But you do remember her?
Yes. What is all this about?
Oh, just routine inquiries, Miss Edding. We're just checking on Marie's recent activities.
Yes, well, we don't normally give confidential information about our students.
This is a police matter.
Yes. Well, it's no secret. Marie only lasted 1 term with us. She was doing the social administration course. There were disciplinary problems in the hall of residence where she was living, and she was asked to move out.
Disciplinary problems?
God knows we're not prudes, and the last thing we want to do is impose standards of personal morality. But there aren't the facilities for 2 in a study bedroom. Late-night noise, arguments, other difficulties.
Difficulties?
Other women students objected to having a man on the premises, and there was some suggestion of drug abuse in the student Christian movement.
Harris? Yeah, I remember him all right.
He worked for you?
Not a stroke. First day didn't turn up at all, second day was late, incapable. Didn't smell a drink or anything. Maybe it was dope. There wasn't a third day.
It's about one of your staff. Marie Sinnott.
Marie was never staff. Casual is what Marie was, in the extreme.
You say was?
You get all sorts in the catering trade, but when her slob of a boyfriend lurched in and they got through 2 bottles of my Chardonnay, breakages, she said. That was the finish.
So how's the interviewing going then, Tommy?
Early days yet, Frank. Early days.
Not coming across?
One expected at this stage, but without actually saying anything, they're telling us a lot about themselves.
Oh, yeah. If you want me to step in and bowl them a few bouncers, I'll be more than willing.
Much appreciated, Frank. But we're used to working as a team. More comfortable that way.
So how about the other players? The ones you got under wraps at Paddington Green. I suppose they're still toughing it out.
Sure. That's why we want to break your prisoners. They feel like the weak link.
Pity of it is, the man with all the answers got wiped out last night.
Pierce?
I bet you're choked you can't get on his case, eh, Tommy?
Oh, we're on his case, all right.
Yeah? Well, you can tell me. I won't go any further.
Right, up.
You on again? Have we been here round the clock?
You've been here for just over 17 hours.
Do you know this is torture?
You complaining about the conduct of the interviews?
Interviews? They've been trying to put words into my mouth, talking about people I've never even heard of.
We are entitled to put these matters to
Being
you.
locked up here is psychological torture.
According to the records, you've had breaks for rest, you've been offered refreshment.
I suppose you find ways of living with yourselves.
Interview room 2.
All right. You got some useful background from Ted's people. Feed it in gradually. Let Sinnott understand we know a lot about her. Let her think we know a whole lot more.
Right, sir.
You coming in on this one, Gov?
When you've done the warm-up, I'll take a spell. We're his subject, fresh interviewer. All helps do the business for us.
What we picked up on Sinnott and Harris this morning.
All grist to the mill, Ted. Played the right way.
What sort of picture does it give you on this couple?
Not exactly Chaz and Di, are they?
They're irresponsible, loud, piss artists, maybe druggies.
That's the way it looks. Got a point, mate.
Well, yes. I mean, if I wanted a couple to live here undercover and provide support for terrorist operations, I'd want people who kept their head down and melted into the landscape, not walking disaster areas like Harris and Sinnott.
Horses for courses, Ted. You bring in the matchsticks. We'll make the model of Westminster Abbey. All right.
Yes, sir. Understood.
We've done it all by the book.
Is that supposed to mean somebody else hasn't?
Not to my knowledge, Governor.
Meaning what?
I don't know how the interviews have been conducted, do I? A lot of what's going on here would be right out of order under normal circumstances.
They're not suspected of anything normal. The rules are different in terrorist cases.
Yes, sir. But as I say, we're covered.
You weren't in this station when a car bomb took it apart and killed one of our constables. You can't fight a war by the everyday rules.
No.
See, Tommy Grace is a good bloke. He and his boys have got much more grasp of the general picture than we have.
Well, I hope so. Because what he's got on Sinnott and Harris is so thin, it's invisible.
Look, this is not our inquiry. We're just doing some of the legwork.
Yeah, but if this thing gets blown out in court, or worse still, years later on appeal, Sunhill CID's prints will be on it.
I'm not supposed to tell you this, but I got more bodies at Paddington Green. The ones who actually carried out the attacks.
What ties him in with Harris and Sinnott?
Nothing yet. But Pierce came out of that flat carrying a pistol and a bag full of automatic rifles. I mean, what's it about if not terrorism?
What have they got in Pierce?
That's something else I'm not supposed to talk about. Pierce is confidential. They won't even publicly release his identity. But seeing as it's you, Ted. Joseph Pierce, born 44 years ago in Ireland. Served in the British Army between 1967 and 1974, right at the time the Troubles blew up.
You don't have to tell me. I was in the Air Force at the time.
Well, he wouldn't be the only Irish soldier in the British Army who started to have doubts about his loyalties at the time of Bloody Sunday. That's the way SO13 are thinking.
Did Pierce live on our ground?
Yeah?
Well, I might know people who knew him. Maybe I should.
I didn't hear that. Say, if the solids hit the fan on this one, I didn't know. All right?
Well, probably save us a lot of grief in the long run.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm not actually stopping you, am I?
Helps upon the families of Irish political prisoners.
There you go, mate.
Cheers.
Always know what the punter wants, eh, Tim?
That's the way to stay in business, Mr. Roach.
I see you're still doing your bit for the community.
Well, the lads, when they first come over, they need a helping hand to get settled. You'll be aware of that yourself. It's easy for a boy to go wrong.
Oh, sure. And a friendly landlord offers advice, drinks, meals, bed and breakfast even, on a long slate. It's easy for a boy to end up owing you more than his wages every week.
This is a respectable house, Mr. Roach. We don't make problems for the police, and we've done them more than the odd favor.
Yeah, we don't make a fuss about the license application. So let's go on keeping each other happy, okay?
I take it this is business?
Oh, just asking after an old friend. I thought with your contacts in the community, you could help. A man by the name of Joe Pierce. Around my age. Did a stint in the army.
You're wasting your time here. I know the man, but I've not encouraged his custom.
Oh, I thought you tried to keep well in with all sorts, Tim. A man wouldn't be put on the block here just because he's rumored to be one of the boys, would he?
I think you're out of your depth, Sergeant.
Don't you dare talk to me like that, Colin. I could have this place turned over faster than a car ferry. Now, what do you know about Pierce?
I'm trying to do you a favor. Joe Pierce isn't bad news because anyone thinks he's a volunteer. He's bad news because they think he's a tout.
An informer? Whose?
Well, he's suddenly started spending a lot of time in the company of his old army pals. Those still serving, I mean. And he's tried to do it on the quiet. Now, will you do us both a favor? Drink up and push off.
Hopeful of being able to charge them shortly?
Oh, yes. Very hopeful.
Oh. Well, that's good news all round. Help resolve a difficult situation for us at the station here.
Yes, of course. We are aware of the problems.
Getting all the cooperation you need?
In most quarters, sir, we have nothing to complain about.
Most quarters?
At yesterday morning's briefing, it was clearly agreed that Sunhill CID would participate in this inquiry under my department's direction.
Yes.
My sources tell me your Mr. Roach has been playing the wild rover.
Message you wanted to talk to me.
Yeah.
Well, it won't be a very long conversation unless there's a bit more civility than there was the last time.
Well, I may have been a little hasty. The thing is, after you left, 3 men were in asking for Joe Pierce.
Who were they?
They were strangers to me, but I know British soldiers when I see them. Now tell me straight, Mr. Roach. Is Army intelligence tied up in this business? I don't want my premises turning into a target.
These men who were asking for Pierce, they didn't know him?
No.
Did they give names?
No. Now, come on. Is the military nosing around? Because I don't want to...
How did they expect Pierce to get in contact with them?
They said they'd be in again.
Okay. You say that you've seen Pierce, but he wants to know more before he meets
I'm not getting involved in this.
It seems to me that you're involved, whether you like it or not. But the fact is, I don't know who these guys are. So if you're worried, you better help me find out.
To the best of my knowledge, Ted Roach was off duty last night, sir. I mean, I can't control his social life. He wouldn't wear it.
Look, I'm merely passing on SO13's information, Frank. Now, what you choose to do with it as acting DCI is entirely up to you. By the way, how are you settling into the job?
Oh, well, it's been a challenge, naturally, sir. But I think I'm on top of it.
Good. Good.
Of course, what you can achieve as acting DCI is a bit limited. You need the substantive rank to really show some form.
Yes, well, these matters are decided above our heads.
So?
For what it's worth, I've always held that senior rank requires the exercise of tactful but effective supervision. Still, I'm sure you're well aware of that.
That's a personal priority, sir.
Of course, support for subordinates is essential. But I'd hate to see an able man held back through misplaced loyalty. Believe me, Frank, you can't save a man who's determined to drive his own career into the ground.
I'll bear that in mind, sir.
Well, you can square it, man, can't you? I've got to get home.
Mind about getting home. Harrison Sinnott came up for review at 36 hours and nothing happened. That was 2 hours ago.
Nobody noticed or what?
Yeah, well, they were being interviewed at the time, and Mr. Gray said it can be interrupted. He'd give reasons for continued detention at the first opportunity.
Yeah, then what?
Well, they're still interviewing Harris. There hasn't been an opportunity.
And your governor stood for that?
And whose side is he supposed to be on?
Yeah, and who's going to be on our side if this all goes pear-shaped?
Good lad. You did the right thing.
What did they have to say this time?
I said Pierce wanted to know more. They said, tell him Des Sutherland sent us. We're looking for the same deal, cash.
Cash for what?
If I asked things like that, there'd be no business done on the premises. They were already getting hooky. They said they'd ring this afternoon, and if Pierce didn't close the deal tonight, they were on their toes.
Okay. You tell him Pierce will meet him tonight. But he's got to see the goods.
Are you going to be in touch with Pierce?
No. I'm going to beat Pierce.
Mr. Brown. Inspector. I realise we've caused you some procedural problems. Thank you for bearing with us.
As you realise, detention beyond 36 hours requires my approval.
Yes, of course. But I'm sure you're aware from your own experience there are times in an interview situation where a sudden interruption could be catastrophic.
May I ask if these extraordinary procedures are actually progressing the inquiry?
Yes, of course. We've cracked it with Harris.
You mean he's confessed?
Not confessed, but he's talking to us. He's naming names. He's implicated his girlfriend, Sinnott. On that basis, I'm asking for an extension of custody to the full 48 hours.
Yes, well, that seems to be justified. After that, it's off my plate and into the lap of the Home Office.
The word is Harris has started a cough. He's naming names.
Who wouldn't after 36 hours? Now, who's he naming? His girlfriend? His Auntie Mary? The milkman?
Look, Tommy Grace knows about terrorism. He knows how the provisionals operate.
And that's what he and his firm are looking for. And when you know what you're looking for, all the evidence seems to fit in. We've all been there, haven't we, Frank?
So have you got a better story?
Think about this. There are soldiers on the ground looking for Pierce with something to sell. Now, we're all assuming that automatic weapons mean terrorists. But what if there's a trade in them for non-political criminals? We all know the kind of scumbags who go in for armed blagging these days. All doped up to the eyeballs. They can't see any further than driving fast cars, dying young and beautiful, shooting it out with the cops. You mention automatic weapons to those zombies, they go bandy.
So Pierce is a middleman, the armourer.
Why not?
It's all guesswork, Ted.
Up to now. But tonight, I'm hoping to buy a consignment of Kalashnikovs from those squaddies.
Are you? I'm warning you, Ted. If the wheels come off this one, and Brownlow does your legs once and for all, I'm going to have to help him. It's nothing personal.
So does that mean I'm not going to get any backup?
Look, Ted, I am acting DCI. I can't have my firm second-guessing SO13. Well, you know what I'm talking about. It's etiquette and politics.
And career developments.
Self-defense is no offence.
So I'm on my own.
All right, now look, don't get the Celtic hump. I said my firm. Now, if this thing really is all about pongos splogging off equipment, well, I might be able to row another firm in altogether.
Come in. Hurry up. You wouldn't consider using your own local the next time you want to meet somebody on the quiet?
No, I wouldn't.
I don't want any trouble now.
Good. Because if there is any, you'll be in it.
I suppose you want a drink?
You're a mind reader. Oh, Tim.
What?
Don't want you wearing yourself out up and down those stairs. Bring the bottle.
So Joe Pierce bought himself out of the army just as you lot were moving in to do him for flogging off gear.
Saved embarrassment all round, didn't it?
Sounds just like the police.
That one's been round before, Carver.
he's clocked us.
Doesn't look like it.
What do you think, Terry?
They're our property.
I'm Joe Pierce. Who am I talking to?
Bazza, Spike. They call me Geordie.
So, what have you got to say to me?
Rub him down.
Yes, Sarge.
Don't take it out on the lad, Sarge. It's no secret you're in the mob, is it?
Hands up against the bar.
You got cash?
You'll get the cash when I see the goods. I mean, fair play. I'm in no position to rip you off, am I? You lads want a drink?
They're too young.
A good sergeant, some mother and a father rolled into one, right?
That's what he tells us.
You see much action in the Gulf?
Of a kind.
The Iraqis weren't shooting at us.
And the Yanks missed.
Brought back a lot of souvenirs?
There was too much lying around to carry. Still, if I'd known about the defence cuts, I'd have filled a crate.
Let's have a look at what you got then.
Same terms as Des Sutherland got for the 2 pieces last week.
Going right for a quick sale?
Let's go.
I need to have a proper look at the game, right?
But you can't do that here.
Attack, attack, attack!
Police, stand still! Hands up!
Kneel down! Lie down! Look at me! Get your hands behind your back! In! The one with his cigarette, he's ours.
All right, T. You all right?
Yeah, okay. Well, all yours now, right, Gov?
We'll arrange a collection.
Well, the guns came from squaddies who brought them back from the Gulf. Pierce was an armourer for blaggers. It's all accounted for.
You do realise neither of us two are going to get any brownie points out of all this. No greater offence than being right too soon.
I wasn't looking for brownie points.
Well, let's get back and talk to Tommy Grace before the Sunhill 2 coughed to being Jack the Ripper.
Well, at least it didn't take 15 years.
I'm sorry to bother you. We're looking for Joanne. There.
Thanks very much.
Hello. Nice legs.
Joanne? Great. Joanne.
Hi.
Hello.
Look, it's probably nothing, knowing Harry, but we thought we'd better call you people.
Right, so who is he?
Oh, he's the one who started all this.
He's here on his own?
Yeah, he always comes here on his own.
Where does he live?
Chandlersfield Estate.
And so what happened?
Well, he said he was approached by a man
When?
about 45 minutes ago.
And whereabouts was that?
Here, in the playground.
Did anybody else see this man?
No.
And did he describe?
No, he won't say a lot about it. We were all set to take him home, only we thought you might want to talk to him first.
Right. Come on then. Has anyone else complained about being approached?
No.
In the past?
Well, not to my knowledge,
Look,
no.
you said earlier on that knowing Harry, there was probably nothing in it.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, I mean that his imagination runs riot sometimes.
Hello, Harry.
I like your face. Did you do that yourself?
Some of it.
What's your last name, Harry?
Look,
How old are you?
10.
10. Got any older brothers or sisters?
I've got a big sister.
How old's she?
12.
Did she ever come to the playground with you?
No.
Why's that?
I don't like it here.
But your mum knows you come here, does she? Does she know you're here today?
Harry, would you tell us what you told Joanne about the man? You see, it's important that you tell us. Because if this man scared you, then we want to make sure that he doesn't do it again. All right? Did he talk to you?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said, come here.
Did he touch you?
He grabbed me.
Grabbed you?
Yeah, but I got away.
And whereabouts in the playground did this happen?
I'll show you. Came from over there. Kids do that. They knock it down. This lot mends it.
Why do they knock it down?
So they can get in at night.
Harry, you've got to tell us more about this man. Did you know him? Can you describe him for us?
Can you remember what he was wearing?
A coat.
What sort of coat?
A short coat and jeans.
About how old would you say he was?
Don't know.
What did he look like? Or what about his face? Are you sure you didn't see his face?
He didn't have one.
Didn't have what?
He didn't have a face.
We're on our way to Chandlersfield Estate to take the lad home. In the meantime, if you have any street patrols or mobiles in the vicinity of the children's playground at Mercy Park, can you ask them to keep an eye open for anyone acting suspiciously? Over.
You! Get in there! And go wash that muck off your face now! All right, what's he done?
He hasn't done anything, Mrs. Rook, but could we have a word?
If he hasn't done anything, then what are you lot doing here? Where was he?
He was at the playground at Mercy Park.
What? I told him not to go there. You little brat! What did I tell you? I told you to stay away from that place, right?
Mrs. Rook.
So what sort of lies has he been telling you this time?
Lies?
Yeah, he's full of lies, that kid.
So, what's going on here?
Harry's been at it again.
Oh, no.
Which one of you is Mr. Rook?
Him. I'm the kid's uncle.
Well, could we come in for a minute?
Yeah. Come on, girl, let him in. What's the matter with you?
The little brat was only down that playground again.
I'll kill that kid.
Sit down.
Thanks.
Once he had the fire brigade out. Said he saw some fellas trying to light a fire in that electricity board place.
And were they?
Of course they weren't. Another time he had the ambulances out, didn't he?
Yeah.
And now you lot.
That should be it then. He's done all the 999s.
Your son has told us that a man tried to abduct him.
Where?
At the playground.
Yeah, well, what'd you expect? There's a load of weirdos work down here.
Harry claims he doesn't know the man.
Yeah, well, you don't want to believe too much what Harry says. What time's that race on?
In about 10 minutes.
Mr. Rook, your son has reported an incident to us. It's therefore our duty to look into it.
Well, what does that mean?
It means we'll have to inform our CID department, and it may also mean that we'll have to ask Harry questions at another time with you and your wife present.
Why waste time? Let's sort it out now. Harry! Come in here.
Mrs. Rook, I don't think this is a very good idea. If Harry is telling the truth, then he may still be suffering from a certain amount of shock.
I'll give him shock. Harry, have you been making things up again?
No.
Well, then people down that playground, have they been putting stupid ideas in your head? You should have seen the state of him when he come in, paint all over him.
It's just a game.
Yeah, well, everything's a game to you, innit? Always has been.
Harry, I want you to be straight with me. I don't want you to waste our time or yours. Just tell me the truth.
There was a man. But he didn't have a face.
Well, with parents like that, the kid needs a good imagination.
So we inform CID then, do we, Sarge?
We have to.
Do we have enough to tell them?
Nope.
Because with that kid's reputation for telling lies and making up stories, this is going to go nowhere. Even the helpers at the playground reckon he's a miniature Walter Mitty. All right, I know he looks shocked, but that might just be because he's gone too far this time. He's brought a lot of trouble on himself. I mean, you've got a kid of your own, haven't you, Sarge?
Yeah, you know I have.
Well, when he needs affection and he's not getting any, what does he do?
Well, he does things to get attention, it's only natural.
Yeah, of course it is. But when he draws attention to himself, does he make things up?
Yeah, now and again.
There you go, then.
June, I'm going to go back and talk to CID.
Right.
In the meantime, could you go back to the playground?
Go back there?
Yeah, I want you to find out more about the people that use that place.
Well, what is there to find out? I mean, we already know all there is to know about young Harry. Everyone's told us.
Yeah. Everyone except Harry. Look, this one nags at me. Look, supposing Harry was telling the truth, and it happens again, only worse next time. Or supposing it's happened already in the past.
Well, as far as I know, no child has ever been abducted or attacked in Mercy Park before, at least not in my time.
Yeah, well, let's assume that as far as someone who attacks children is concerned, that time means nothing. Till that time comes round again. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
A man with no face?
That's what he said.
Oh, come off it, John. What do you expect me to do with that?
Put it in the crime book.
And what other evidence you got?
There isn't any as yet.
Great. A faceless man. That's going to look good on an ID parade. Where do I get the line up from? Admin? So what's this kid talking about? Was the man wearing a mask?
I don't think so, no.
Or was he disfigured or something?
No, I think if he was, the boy would have said.
And you also say he tells lies?
Yeah.
Well, he's gone for the jackpot this time, hasn't he? Mercy Park? I wouldn't believe anything that comes out of that place. Have you seen the state of those Herberts who look after the kids down there?
Yeah.
A right bunch of planks and pinkos. Wouldn't surprise me if they were teaching those toddlers to do a sit-down for a demo. Adventure playgrounds. Well, what's wrong with the old-fashioned playgrounds? Swings, roundabouts, and a man who comes out at closing time and rings a bell.
There's nothing wrong with it, except in this area, the older kids smash the swings and the roundabouts, and the man with the bell gives everyone a bad time.
Don't go political on me, please.
What's going to happen, then?
Nothing is going to happen. All right, I'll stick it in the book. But without the man part, it'll go no further. Written off for lack of evidence.
Evidence that you're not prepared to gather.
That's right.
In other words, you're killing the crime.
You got it.
Where do you get your entertainers from?
They're friends of ours. A lot of them do a bit of busking, but they perform here for free.
So they're all known to you?
Oh, yeah.
How long has the balloon man been here?
Greg? Oh, ever since we started.
How does Harry get on with the entertainers?
He likes them. He usually joins in. He's a bit of a case, is Harry.
Do you believe he was approached by somebody?
Knowing him? It's hard to say. You should try asking Trina. She reckons she's a bit of a child psychologist.
Well, if it'll make you any happier, I could get the home beat officer to keep an eye on the place. We can't mount a full-time surveillance, not without something more to go on.
Would you have any objections if WPC Ackland and myself made a few inquiries of our own?
Well, no, I've no objection, providing you make sure it's part of your normal duties.
Thank you, sir.
If there's no hard evidence, what are you basing your fears on? A gut feeling?
No, sir. Memory.
You see, it's very difficult to explain. There isn't a chronological age at which proper development in a child occurs. It depends upon the amount of social interaction.
Oh.
Or the variety. Leave that.
And you're saying Harry has neither?
I'm saying that he's 10 years old, but he has the imagination of a child of 7. You see, it's just gameplay with him at the moment, because it's not until a child reaches 7 that he takes on the perspectives of other people.
Oh, I see.
Bring those, will you?
You've got children of your own?
Me? Who needs them?
Take my advice. Never ask an amateur child psychologist a simple question.
Why?
You just get hit by a lot of words. I've just been given the full treatment on the physiological hierarchy of a child needs. At least I think that's what she called it.
Come on, June.
Who did you talk to back at the Nick?
Inspector Burnside first and Mr. Monroe. Hey, mate, can we have a word?
If you'll hang on a minute, yeah.
What about CID?
I had more luck with Monroe.
That's always been the problem with this kind of evidence. The sad thing is, it needs something real to happen before anybody takes any notice. Like some poor kid getting attacked.
Or a murder. Well, let's wait inside, shall we?
Yeah.
Mr. Monroe more or less asked me if I was being guided by blind instinct.
Know you?
Thought you knew me well enough by now, June.
As a matter of fact, I don't. I don't think anyone does. You do keep yourself pretty much to yourself, you know.
About 8 years ago, when I was working at Highbury, there was a playground, like the one across the road, alongside a busy street, like the one over there, and as it happens, in the vicinity of a long-distance lorry park, like this one. One day, an 11-year-old girl was dragged through the fence to the side of the playground. At least forensic evidence later suggested that was how it happened. Of course, we never got a chance to ask the girl whether her attacker had a face or not. When we eventually found her, she was dead. She'd been strangled.
And the person responsible?
Never found.
Yeah, but Highbury and Sun Hill, I mean...
I know. Totally different parts of London. What's that to a long-distance lorry drive?
It's too much of a coincidence, Sarge.
Come on, June. A great deal of police investigation is made up of coincidence. You know that.
When it happens during the course of an investigation, yes, but you can't just have coincidence for coincidence's sake. And we haven't even got a crime yet.
But at least we've got something that compares.
It's only in a kid's head.
Most of the heavy stuff is silvery freight.
Right.
Then you've got a lot coming down from the north, out off the M11.
Yeah.
So who are you looking for?
Well, no one in particular.
Watch out.
Have you been on the forecourt all day?
For most of it, yeah. Why?
We see the playground, that corner there. You seen anybody hanging around there today?
When? About 3 or 4 hours ago. A bloke.
Nah, we haven't seen no one. Anyway, the only time that corner over there gets busy is after hours, when the yobs get in. And first thing again in the morning when the dossers crawl out.
Dossers?
That place is crawling with them at night. They kip there.
I want you to go back to Sunhill, June. You can't speak to Mr. Munro, have a word with Sergeant Peters.
Saying what?
I was saying that Mercy Park Playground is not as safe as it ought to be. I want someone from the night shift to take a look in the early hours of the morning, and I want someone on earlies to be here first thing when the children arrive.
Right, for how long?
Well, for the next few days at least.
Okay, guys, I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
So, when do you finish?
Oh, we're finished now, but Dave usually stays on till about 6:30, then locks up.
Right.
By the way, we were all set to call you.
Our little bundle of fun is back, on his own again.
Harry!
What's this then, Harry? Do your mum and dad know you're here? No. Twice in one day? They're not going to be very pleased, are they? Come on, come down.
So why have you come back? Give me 5. 5 high, 5 low. You're too slow.
Go on, Harry. Came back to say, made it all up.
What did you say?
Made it all up. All about the lamb. But why? Don't know.
Thanks, Harry. Thanks a bunch for telling us.
Are your mum and dad in? Don't know.
They'd better be.
Where's your sister? Oh, she don't live at home no more. Where does she live then? With my gran and granddad. They took her away. Why? Don't know.
So, tell me about your uncle.
Why?
Well, how long has he lived with you?
Always.
So whose brother is he? Is he your mum's or your dad's brother?
What's the matter, Harry?
What are you scared of?
Nothing.
All right, come on, let's get you home before anyone makes a fuss.
He's not my real uncle. I haven't got a real uncle.
So who is he?
Mum and Dad's best friend.
What's his name?
Jim.
Jim who?
Jim Garland.
You play football, Harry?
I watch it.
Now, don't tell me. I bet you're a West Ham supporter.
No, Arsenal.
Why Arsenal?
I used to live near there.
Whereabouts?
Highbury.
The boy's frightened.
Of course he's frightened. He's frightened because he knows he's done wrong. Now get in here!
Is it true you used to live in Highbury, Mrs. Rook?
Yeah?
When was that?
Up till about 3 years ago.
And at that time, was Mr. Garland living with you?
Of course he was. So's he been stirring it up for now? His uncle?
He's not my uncle!
Jim's all right. People get him wrong, that's all. It's just his way.
What is?
He plays games with the kids, that's all. It's just his way of playing games. Sometimes the kids don't understand it.
Including your own son?
Maybe even your own daughter. Where is he now?
Oh,
This so-called uncle.
he's gone out.
Where?
To work.
Where does he work?
I don't know, all over the place. He's a driver.
577.
Jim, put a call out, will you? I want someone from the child protection team here straight away.
Assist PC Loxton at Mercy Park Children's Playground. Report of a serious attack on a child. Suspect still in the vicinity.
You there! Hey!
Where is he?
In the Burnside. He's got a name, and he's got a face.
It's a face that Harry didn't want to see. That's why he wiped it out of his mind.
Yeah.
Cheers. Any luck?
You look promising.
Hello. You're new, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. This is our first one.
Jeffrey Doll. Pleased to meet you.
And you?
Hi. How are you?
Hiya.
Hello. It's not going to make you a millionaire, is it?
Oh, we just want to make a bit of money for charity. Get rid of some of our accumulated junk.
Oh, never throw anything away. That's my advice.
That's right.
You don't want to leave that jewellery lying on the rug. Somebody will nick it.
Princecombe School have been trying to raise money for a new minibus by holding monthly car boot sales. Now, we know for a fact that goods stolen in house break-ins has been changing hands. Now, today, with any luck, we'll feel a few collars and maybe recover some of the stolen property. Sergeant Cryer.
Right. Marshall and Garfield are already down there setting up shop. Their job is to pinpoint likely suspects, so it makes our job that much easier when we go in. Now, you walk your prisoners to one of the vans waiting in Commersham Avenue. We'll be running a shuttle service back to the Nick. Get them back here, processed as quickly as you can.
Danny Hyman's the pickpocket?
Failed to turn up for the last day of his trial and was sentenced to 18 months in his absence. 1988. Tried to run me over, then did a U-turn and got the hell out of it.
He's been over the side for 4 years.
Yeah, had a girlfriend with him, Greek Cypriot. Somewhere... Yeah, there she is.
Eleni Nikias.
So what do you think, they're living together?
Well, the address on there is her mum's, which could be anywhere.
We'll go straight in. We got to start somewhere.
No. Get a search warrant.
Under page, you don't need a search warrant, Sarge.
You heard what I said. Get a search warrant.
There's a warrant out in them anyway.
What if the collator's car's not up to date? What if this girl's moved? What if somebody else is living at the address? Always cover yourself.
Okay. If it keeps you happy, I'll get a warrant.
The courts are closed now, sir.
What, you never heard of a lay magistrate?
Yeah, I did. But I've never heard of one that's not on a golf course on Saturday afternoon.
Well, I know one who'll be at home.
Hands it to Mr. Duck, sister Mr. Duck. Shall I put it on your bill? He says, what do you think I am, a pervert?
Yeah, how long before we go in, Sarge?
You'll know soon enough. Well, perhaps we should have a sing-song. Pass the time.
This is not a day trip to Woburn. We've got a specific job to do here. Now, keep that in mind.
Melissa Matthews.
Let's hope she's in.
Hello, Mrs. Matthews. Hi, it's Acting DI Greg here. Yeah. Sorry to trouble you on a Saturday afternoon, but I wonder if you might sign a search warrant for us. Yeah? Oh, 10, 15 minutes? That's great. Thanks very much, Mr. Matthews. Bye-bye now.
I'll get the information done.
No, you take Viv and go and wait at the address shown on the card. Jim and Mike can pick up the warrant.
Warrant? What warrant are we talking about?
Got a drum to turn over.
Melissa Matthews.
What, the magistrate?
No, I'm waiting to get a search warrant signed.
Oh, right. Yes.
Don't forget to take a Bible with you.
Yes, take a Bible.
So, what do you want me to show on the information?
Diverse goods.
Meaning you don't know what you're looking for?
Okay, he's a pickpocket. Credit cards. Use your imagination.
Ted.
What?
Go easy.
Bye.
The last time I got a warrant signed by Melissa Matthews, it was gone midnight. She was in a nightdress. I had to swear the information on the Reader's Digest bedside companion.
Vague, is she?
Only when it suits her.
Lovely, isn't he?
How much are you asking?
£5?
Here, you want soft toys, love? I've got plenty in the boot here. £3 a piece. What would you like, love?
All you need's a £1/4 of tea and a pot and you'll be in business, Gov.
Well?
About 4 dodgy stalls. On the other hand, there might be dealers. Still hard to say.
Any Goodwin numbers?
Yeah.
I'm going to look a right idiot, aren't I? Copying numbers down off the palm of your hand.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to walk around with a notebook and pen, did I?
Why don't you write them down in this book and then I'll pick it up later?
It'll cost you 25p.
Cheap at half the price.
This shouldn't take long.
Hang on, have you forgotten something?
Oh.
Thank you.
Third floor, second on the right. There's a baby buggy outside.
That's it. Oh, come on, Dashwood.
Hello, Mrs. Matthews?
What's the position, Jim?
Probably fallen asleep.
Mike's in there now getting the W.
What the hell are they up to? Jim, there seems to be some confusion this end. Confirm. Are you still at the magistrate's address?
Yes, confirmed. Look, I'll just find out what the situation is. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Out.
I'll give them 10 more minutes. Then we go in. Warrant or no warrant.
It's not the end of the world, Sarge.
Sheriff Oscar from DC Carver, I require urgent assistance.
Sir, Mr. Conway, we've got an emergency.
Jim Carver, sir.
Carver, Chief Inspector Conway.
What's the position? Over.
I don't want to give the address over the air. DS Gregg will know where we are.
Mrs. Matthews, Broadstone Avenue.
Look, Dashwood went in about 20 minutes ago. I believe it disturbed a raid on the house. I don't know how many are involved. I think they may well be armed.
Jim, leave the car where it is and move away from the house.
I'll meet you at the south end of the avenue.
Right, let's go.
Have you got that, Jim?
What's going on?
What is it? What's wrong? What's the matter with her?
Don't do this to us, please.
Do something, she'll choke to death.
I can't touch her.
Asthma. Get my Ventolin.
Where is it? What's she need? I don't know what she's talking
Check
about.
the drawers. It's a small grey inhaler.
Is this it?
Yes, quickly, untie her hands.
You could have killed her.
But we didn't, did we?
Right, John, do the necessary. Get onto Area Commander Ops. I want authority for an armed response vehicle.
Right, sir.
I also want a fire brigade and ambulance on standby.
Got it, sir.
Sergeant Cry from Sierra Oscar.
Go ahead, sir.
Bob, abort the raid. Understand?
I take it you want us down at the scene?
I'll give you a coded A to Z reference. When you get there, I want the immediate area quietly sealed off. Stress quietly, Bob.
I didn't notice another unless there's a utility room further to the right.
You ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
Pass me the phone, Jim. Dave?
Well, until we get the special equipment.
But just tell me, yeah?
Well, if it works, the only phone calls they should be able to receive are from you on that number. They won't be able to make any outside calls.
Right.
No, leave that.
Why?
It's rubbish.
We've got enough now, haven't we?
There's the jewellery. Don't answer it.
It could be my daughter. If I don't answer it, she'll be suspicious.
I said don't answer it. Cover them.
Phase 2.
This is Chief Inspector Conway speaking. You are surrounded by armed police. I do not wish for this incident to end in bloodshed. It'll be in both our interests if we speak alone. All you have to do is pick up the telephone. I will await your call.
You're a Jehovah's Witness or something, right?
Maybe.
You're going to speak for us.
Okay. What do you want me to say?
Tell them we've got hostages and we're coming out. Tell them about her breathing and that.
They'll pick you off before you get to the car.
I don't want to be shot.
OK. You tell me.
First, I'll tell them that you're going to hand the gun over to me.
No.
All you have to do is pick up the telephone. I'd like to hear from you. I'm sure we can bring this situation to a satisfactory conclusion. I don't want to stay here all day, neither do my officers. All you have to do is pick up the telephone.
I want out.
No one will be hurt if you give the officer the gun.
Officer?
Give me the gun.
Listen to what Mr. Dashwood has to say.
Please.
Maybe it's a bluff. You thought about that?
The police don't bluff in situations like this. You've got to believe them.
Yeah. And as soon as we show ourselves, they'll shoot us.
If I can assure them that you'll walk out of here in my custody, you'll be safe. It's your choice.
What's it going to be, Eddie?
Eddie.
You know him?
I haven't seen him for some time. First, I wasn't sure. He wouldn't let her take the Rose Bowl. The reason he wouldn't let her take it was because he knew what it was worth to me. I'd give in now, Eddie. Don't put your lives at risk.
Lives? What lives? That's why we're doing this. To try and start one.
Is there anyone you'd like me to get to talk to? Someone you trust? We do want to help.
Eddie.
Make a decision, Eddie. Just make sure it's the right one.
Go upstairs. Look out the window and let me know what you see.
We've got to keep a dialogue going, but at the same time, we've got to give them time to think about our offer. A couple more minutes and we'll try the phone again, right?
There's someone at the window.
There's guns out there. I saw him honest, Eddie.
It's up to you.
We don't stand a chance.
Eddie, take that hood off. Look at me. I've known him since he was born, Mr. Dashwood. His mother used to clean for me. And in the school holidays, he used to come to work with her.
Does anybody need medical help? Are you all right for food, cigarettes?
What do you want me to say, Eddie?
Eddie, tell him we're giving ourselves up.
No!
Oh, come on, it's all over.
Please, Eddie. I can't do this. It's all gone wrong. I've had enough. I can't take any more.
Give me the gun.
It's only a fake. It's a toy. See? He wouldn't have hurt you. We're broke and I'm pregnant. Eddie just wanted the best for me.
Mike? Is that you, Mike?
Hang on, sir.
See,
I'll talk to you
when
in
my
a
mum
minute.
found out, she threw me out.
Where the hell did Cryer's mum get to?
I don't know. Maybe he thought it wasn't worth it after all.
Well, as long as I don't want to share out, I don't mind. Oop.
So, how'd you do?
Not bad.
Not bad. You must have done what? 200?
250 plus.
Wow. How'd you two like to make an investment?
What?
CD, digital tuner, twin decks, fingertip technology. Well, what do you say?
Very nice.
Is it straight?
Is it straight?
What he means is, if anything goes wrong, can we take it back?
I work for an electrical wholesaler. I'm the warehouseman. I will give you a guarantee that would put the manufacturers to shame.
How many have you got?
Why?
I could take half a dozen of these off you, no worries.
$10.50 apiece.
Done. But I want to see him first.
Fine. Follow me to my little lockup.
We were going to go to Scotland. Take your car and sell the gear. We'd have dumped the car so you'd have got it back.
We just wanted to settle down and start a proper life. Us and the baby.
It was my idea. Donna just did what I told her to. I'm sorry, Mrs. Matthews.
He's not bad. I know he's not bad. He'd never have done this if his mother was alive. He wouldn't have dared.
What'll happen to us?
I'll do what I can for you. We're coming out. Okay?
Bring him out onto the road, Mike. Hands on heads.
Come on, you two outside. Put your hands on your heads. It's all right.
On the ground! Flatten your stomach!
Be careful, she's pregnant.
You promised.
I gave you my word. I'll do what I can.
There we are.
You keep busy.
Yeah, well, pays for my holidays. Well, I couldn't manage on the wages they pay. I went to Florida last year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A nice one.
Yep.
Yeah, Jeff.
Yep.
I'm arresting you for theft. You don't have to say anything unless you wish to do so.
I needed some air.
Are you all right, Mrs. Matthews?
Nothing a good strong cup of tea wouldn't cure. Don't be too hard on them. They wouldn't have hurt me.
The Rose Bowl?
A retirement present to my late husband. Sentimental value, really. He knew, and he knew where I kept my jewellery. He didn't have to look.
You all right, Mrs. Matthews?
I soon will be. Goodbye, Mr. Dashwood.
Goodbye.
Mike?
Oh, I'm okay, sir. In fact, I'd like to speak up for them when it comes to court.
You're joking.
No, I'm serious. They deserve a chance, Ted.
Oh, come on, Mike. They're villains.
They're kids.
Kids? Holding a police officer and a magistrate hostage? Now, you listen to me. Had we not been very quick off the mark, there could very well have been a completely different scenario here.
It's an imitation gun.
Oh, and you knew that when you faced it? All we see is a masked gunman. What are we supposed to do? Give him the benefit of the doubt? You guessed wrong and you're dead. What matters is the intent was there.
Was it?
Mike.
Leave him.
Oscar.
Go ahead, Sarge.
Can you give us an update, Steve?
Is this him, Mr. Little? Is this him?
No joy at the moment.
Hold on. What's happened? He's fainted. Any luck?
Yeah. Could you get me some water, please?
The dead man, Sarge. It is little, son.
So we get
I've
here...
made a thorough assessment.
Yeah, but we get here and CID have moved the body.
Where? Where what, sir? Where was the body?
Morning, sir.
Morning, Derek. Oh, Jack Meadows. Has he arrived yet?
Well, he was with the DAC, sir, but there's a body at the Jasmine Allen, and he went straight there.
Right.
Starters, you mean to go on, eh?
He'd locked himself in before the door was broken down. The front door was damaged as well. Somebody forced an entrance and there was a struggle. So someone must have heard something. Well, I've organised a house-to-house, sir. When? The divisional surgeon reckons about midnight last night. What killed him? We don't know yet. He was an addict. We found some sharps in the kitchen, so it's a possible overdose. But we also found extensive bruising to the neck and face. We need the post-mortem to establish a cause of death. Be nice to have seen him, wouldn't it, Jack? Who found him?
The postman, sir. He had a final demand. They're taking a statement down the station.
We got his name from this. Anthony Liddell. We're running it past our collator. What's the Reesmere Centre?
Education centre, sir, for ex-offenders.
17. No age to die, is it?
Then get on to the coroner's office. And
Sir! I've got a description. A woman reckons there was a bloke there last night.
What did he look like?
I see one mid-40s, heavy build.
And he was banging on the door?
That's what she says.
Have you got anything?
Nothing.
Well, look again. I want to know who was in this flat.
Got a partial set of prints from the frame. Maybe some from the door.
Whoever broke it down.
Could be.
Right, get him lifted and we'll submit them.
DC Perry.
DC Litten.
Drug squad. We've got him under casual observation.
You did have. He was found dead this morning, 9 o'clock.
That the father, Gov?
Yeah, get him to CID, get a statement, and get this to the incident room. It's a description of the bloke who was seen outside the flat last night.
Yes, sir.
This witness was certain this...
Mr. Liddell?
Big bloke in his 40s. She saw him break down the door, apparently.
Anthony Liddell, sir.
Thanks. Burglary, theft, trafficking, possession. Well, there's a one-man crime wave.
I came across the father as well, sir.
He's got form.
Got shot in an armed robbery 8 years ago.
Incident room. This way. Drug squad.
We are honoured. The dead man was dealing, sir.
Dealing what?
Cocaine. Just local, nothing big. We're targeting dealers on that estate, about a dozen names. We've had Liddell under casual ops for about a month now.
But you weren't there last night.
Due back early this morning, sir.
Oh, really? What happened?
Another job, sir.
And you've no reason to suppose there was anyone with him last night?
No, not really, sir. Like I said, we've been on him since he came out of prison, and he wasn't dealing from the flat, sir.
And none of his known associates fit that description?
No, sir.
Did anyone want him dead? Another dealer, maybe?
He wasn't worth a sweat, sir.
All right. I want a list of names, contacts, known associates, everyone you can think of, particularly anyone fitting that description.
Well, I'll have to speak to my governor, sir.
Fair enough. I'm going to get on with the father. Till we firmly establish the cause of death, I'm going to treat him as a suspect. You get over there?
Carver. Coroner's office.
Yeah, hang on to them. Find out anything they know about Anthony Liddell. Going to try and get the post-mortem brought forward.
Yep.
How did he die?
We've been unable to establish a cause of death, Mr. Liddell. But we think it might have been an overdose. There'll be a post-mortem.
He's not the new DCI, is he?
Corruption. Him and...
Oi! What's your name?
Steve Loxton, sir.
You got a problem, Steve?
No, sir.
Well, you will have, if I ever hear you use that word again. Is that understood?
Yes, sir. Sorry.
When I got to the flat, he wouldn't let me in. He wouldn't talk to me.
Let me stop you.
He was a drug addict. I wanted to try and stop him, try and get him some help. He wouldn't talk to me.
Mr. Little.
He wouldn't let me in.
I want you to
So I
stop
broke the front door down!
I've got the postmortem set up for dinner time. What about known associates?
Just one name, sir. He was under observation last night, housed with his girlfriend.
He was there, sir. The father. He reckons he lost his temper and broke down the front door. He's with the custody sergeant.
Not even 1 o'clock. Got to be a record.
So who's this McCready? Local hero, sir. Oh, yeah?
Stabbed some bloke with a carving knife, served 5 years for manslaughter, then opened this place. Completely reformed. Spends his time rehabilitating offenders.
Nice.
At school, I was going to... Don't forget your full stop there. It is a pity she is not at school. Full stop. I was going to give her...
Excuse me.
Can I help? Choice. Think about it. Choice, choices, making choices. If you're going to take control of your life, you have to be able to make choices. It's a fundamental question.
Alan?
Without...
Mr. McCready.
Yeah.
DCI Meadows. This is DS Gregg. Could I have a few words, please?
You understand that you're still under caution, Mr. Little?
Yes.
This is Detective Superintendent Douglas. He wants to talk to you about Anthony.
What time did you leave the flat, Mr. Little?
About 11:45, midnight, I don't know.
Around midnight.
No, 1:45.
Not later?
No, it was... I didn't mean to hit him.
You want to tell me what happened?
I can't believe it.
When did you last see the father?
Day before yesterday.
And you say he works here?
Yeah. John Little's a tutor. He runs a life skill course. He served courses in prison and was referred to as his probation officer. All the tutors here are ex-offenders, Mr. Meadows. They say they get a lot out of being here, and he wanted to put something back.
What was his son doing here?
Working with his father. John was helping Anthony to sort himself out. He wanted him to move back home with him. I just can't believe John's involved in this.
I'd found out about the drugs he was taking. I was there to talk, to listen. He threw me out. I've got myself... I'm all right now. I can walk away from situations I can't handle. There's no point in violence.
You said you broke the door down.
I broke into the flat. Anthony came at me. I'm much bigger than he is. It was like hitting a skeleton.
You made the choice in the first place before you were put inside to commit the crime.
So when was the last time you saw Anthony?
Well, I caught him with the cash still about 10 days ago. After that, he stopped taking his appointments.
And he'd been here for 3 weeks?
Yeah.
So you didn't know him that well?
Obviously not.
He was an addict.
We were just referring him to one of the agencies. He was just coming here to work with his dad. Do some English.
So you caught him nicking the cash box?
Yeah. He was thieving to support his drug use. You need drugs, you don't have money, you're likely to steal, act violently, commit crime.
Get caught.
Then get sentenced, then get released, then commit crime again and end up back in the system.
Or dead. You're saying that was happening to him?
I think he was trying to break the cycle. Exercise some control. Learn something. Look, I had to reprimand John. He had a disagreement with one of the other clients. It was nothing to do with Anthony. He hit a lad called Poulter. I had to suspend him the day before yesterday.
What was it about?
Absolutely no idea. John was still coming to terms with his own problems. He found it difficult to cope with stress. He loses his temper.
So you're saying he was under stress?
Well, it's all about relationships, isn't it? You go inside, relationships change. The outside world moves on while you're serving your sentence. John had been living at home with Anthony's mother in between spells of custody. When Anthony went inside as well, his mother walked out, left the both of them. Anthony couldn't cope and blamed John. They became estranged.
But Anthony still came here?
John asked him to. Anthony was all John had left. Rebuilding that part of his life was very important to him. I just can't believe it.
Why didn't you tell us this sooner?
There's no need for all this. I've nothing more to say. I killed him, didn't I?
He's just done 8 years for an armed robbery. You've got to be joking, the man's a nutcase.
With respect, sir.
Got a string of convictions.
It's over 9.5 years since his last offence, and if you look at what he's been doing since
Don't give me that. He spent most of his life in prison.
Well, apparently he's made a concerted effort to reform himself, bring his family together.
Well, in case you hadn't noticed, Jack, he's coughed to it. As far as I'm concerned, we're just waiting for the post-mortem to confirm the cause of death.
That's what I'm saying, sir. It could prove us all wrong.
Well, perhaps you better talk to him, Detective Chief Inspector. Once a villain, always a villain. That's what I say.
With all due respect, sir, I think you made a serious error of judgment there. That coffee's diabolical.
What about the prints that Socko lifted from the door frame?
They match little, sir.
Well, it doesn't mean he beat his son to death, does it? Thanks for the warning.
Sir, can I say something? I know I've only been acting BCI, but if there's anything I can do...
Thanks. Is the DCI's office clear?
Well, it's all in boxes, sir.
Well, if you could clear all your stuff out by the end of the day, that'd be great. Could I have a word, Mr. Little? So how many times have you been to your son's before last night?
10, 11 times.
And what happened to make you attack your son, Mr. Little?
He hit me. At the centre, they taught me how to control my aggression. If you get angry in situations you can't change, it makes things worse. I'm all right now. I can be trusted. I'm working there as a tutor.
I know.
I work with all kinds of people. People who need help, people who can't cope. Unemployed, homeless, drug addicts, alcohol, serious offences, sex offences, violent criminals, narcos. And I've never lost control with any of them.
You hit Michael Poulter.
I didn't intend to hit him. didn't intend to hit anybody. I couldn't stop. I didn't mean it. I'm not like that. I'm not a violent man.
What?
Sorry, sir. Can I have a word? The results of the post-mortem have come through.
And?
Was it drugs?
Cocaine overdose. Death due to cardiac failure.
Should never have looked him up.
Prison didn't make him an addict, Mr. Little. He had the habit before he went in.
I know that your tolerance to drugs decreases while you're in custody. You come out, take your usual amount, you probably overdose, you kill yourself.
No, he didn't take his usual amount. He took a massive amount in a hurry. We're working on the theory that someone was trying to rob him. So, if you think of anyone.
The stomach contained 11 separate packages of cocaine, most of which had burst. Cause of death, cardiac arrhythmia. Lividity of the corpse puts the time of death between 1 and 2 a.m.
Well after the father had left.
And the drug squad is sure that he didn't know he was under surveillance.
Positive.
Incident room.
Someone arrives,
DC
enters the
line
flat,
speaking.
and breaks into the bedroom.
Yes, sir. Can I help?
And Anthony swallows a lethal amount of cocaine because he thinks that's the only way he
You
can
won't speak
keep
to
him.
anybody else? Okay, sir. Gov, he'll only speak to you. It's somebody called McCready.
Michael Poulter, the lad John Little hit.
After the argument here.
He's dealing.
No, wait. He told you this?
Didn't admit it himself. One of the other clients told me. He was getting the stuff from Anthony, and when John found out...
He took Poulter to one side to try and persuade him.
Apparently he was ripping Anthony off. Poulter went to the flat last night.
Sierra Oscar.
Where is he?
John. John!
Sierra Oscar from Greg. Urgent assistance required at the Reedsmuir Centre. John Little is here and he's armed. Where's Poulter? Where is he?
Everybody out. Everybody except the centre coordinator, Michael Poulter and Mr. Meadows, sir.
I told you. I told you to keep away from him.
I needed the money.
So you thought you'd rob him? You scumbag!
How was I to know he'd swallowed the stuff? The state you left him in, it's a wonder he was still breathing.
Michael!
This may not be the right time to say this, Alan, but as a tutor, he leaves a lot to be desired. I'm sorry, but I can't even listen to you when you've got a gun in your hand. I used to have to sit there, you droning on about life, about prison, what it did to you, all this crap. Respect, self-control. Brilliant demonstration, this, isn't it? It's no wonder you spent most of your life in prison.
Put it down.
John! I only tried to rob him. You beat him to a pulp. It's no wonder he didn't want to know you. Britain's most wanted man. You were joking, weren't you? Well, go on then. Do it.
Michael Poulter. He was in the flat last night.
Little knew about it.
No.
He'd found out Poulter was dealing cocaine from here.
Poulter was stealing cocaine from Little's son. Little warned him off. Then he went round to Anthony's flat last night to talk to him. He lost his temper. Poulter turned up at the flat an hour after the father had left.
What, to rip off more cocaine?
Only Anthony had swallowed it first.
So how come Little found out?
I told him we were looking for a robbery suspect. He went after Poulter. Right. I'd like to establish a few ground rules so we all know where we stand. I don't want my officers walking around as if they've just fallen out of bed. So, if you're interviewing a suspect, you wear your jackets. If you're outside the station, and that includes the front office, you wear your jackets. Shirt sleeves will only be worn in here, or if you're not dealing with the general public. Ties will be worn done up properly at all times.
Jack?
Sir?
Welcome to Sun Hill.
Thank you, sir.
I've spoken to Detective Superintendent Douglas. He seems less than happy with your active involvement in today's investigation.
Yeah, I know, sir. I've already talked to him.
Well, I've decided to disregard his comments. I think Sun Hill's CID will respond well to the challenge of strong supervision. I expect you to exert a strong influence. Exercise your authority. You'll have my full support.
Thank you, sir.
And you can rest assured that whatever happened in your last post won't be held against you here. I'm interested in what you can do in the future, not what happened in the past.
A clean slate.
Well, something like that. Any problems? My door's always open.
Sir.
Excuse me?
What's the problem?
Well, I don't know if it's drinks or drunks or what. Next thing, she'll be frying up all over my cab.
How long's she been like this?
Well, it happened just now. Can you call an ambulance?
Well, can't you take her to St. Hugh's? We're so near.
I don't believe this. OK, close the door then.
Excuse me. I've got a woman outside. She's collapsed. She's hardly breathing.
Right, let's have a look at her. Tell Dr. Sutterby. Bring the stretcher. Can you hear me? Can you tell me your name? Take her straight to recess.
I'm going to need a statement from you.
Oh, OK, but I've already lost a fare.
Any idea how long she's been like this?
Not long. Sierra Oscar from 181 receiving. Can you bring her bags, please? I'm dealing with a woman who was found unconscious in a taxi. I'm in casualty at St. Hugh's.
Do you know anything about her?
She's just come in from the airport.
Yeah. Can I make the statement later at the station?
I need it from you now, sir.
Oh, time is money, you know.
I know, sir. I'll be as quick as I can.
Bring them in.
Right. Here we go. Passport. Brand new. She's from Nigeria. Her name's Wege, Eliwa Wege. Oh, she hasn't brought much with her.
There's not much in here either.
Oh, there's an address here. A hotel in Sun Hill.
No pills, no medication.
Can I have a word with the doctor?
Oh, not at the moment. We have to find out what's wrong with her first.
I need the blood results straight away.
Her breathing's worse.
OK, Narcan.
Are you sure I can't just have a word with the doctor?
Not now.
Looks like a bad opiate overdose. Almost certainly heroin.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Yeah. What's she doing here then? Yeah. Where'd she come from?
DCR Meadows? No, he's out to lunch.
Yeah, OK.
Yeah?
No, I think we can probably
Yeah,
do
all right,
something
you
with
do
that.
that.
Thanks. Bye now. Gov, that is just phoned.
Oh, and she got through?
She's at the hospital. There's a Nigerian woman just come off a plane from Lagos. She had a stomach full of heroin packets and one of them's burst. Looks like she had at least 400 grams on her. She's unlikely to survive.
So what's in it for us?
Well, someone must be waiting for her to deliver. She had the address of a local hotel on her. We could stake it out, see who turns up.
No, I've got a better idea. We'll stick someone of our own in.
What, to replace her?
Yeah.
We haven't got the time. She should have arrived there by now.
We can have someone there right now if we pull our fingers out.
But, girl, for a start, we need a Nigerian.
We'll use Delia French.
You're not serious. French isn't right for this.
She could be Nigerian.
Well, I don't think so.
Well, you shouldn't underestimate her.
Yeah.
Go. I want to use Delia French on an undercover job to replace a drugs courier who's just come in from Nigeria.
No, Frank.
I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't important.
Well, one of the more experienced women, perhaps.
June Ackland, blacked up's not a lot of use to me, sir.
That's unnecessary.
This is a major drugs deal on our ground.
Are you seriously trying to tell me you want to pitch an inexperienced officer straight into an undercover operation? Type of work she's never done before?
It's now or never. Another hour, we've blown it.
What's your view, Alistair?
I agree that if we are going ahead, we have to act as quickly as possible.
Using French?
Given the time factor, she's all we've got.
You're not filling me with confidence.
I know it could be dangerous, but...
Damn right it could.
But with careful planning and plenty of backup...
Look, all we do is follow her to the dealer. Within the hour, she's back dishing out parking tickets.
It's not as simple as that, Frank, and you know it. One slight mistake and we've got a dead WPC on our hands.
There won't be any mistakes.
You come up with a plan. A safe and proper plan, and I'll listen to you.
Thanks for your unwavering support, Alistair.
I don't think he'll agree to it. Well, he does have a point, after all.
Yeah, well, let's just start setting things up, shall we?
What about the DCI?
What about him? Look, the first thing we're going to need is the Nigerian suitcase and her clothes.
832 from Sierra Oscar.
832 receiving.
Delia, can you come back immediately and report to Mr. Burnside?
Mr. Burnside?
And if I were you, I wouldn't hang around.
Burnside? What does he want?
I have no idea.
She goes to the hotel. She waits in her room or wherever. That's it. And we're ready to follow if necessary.
You got that sorted. What about French's safety?
We have backup with her the whole time, sir.
She's not left exposed at any time?
No, sir.
First sign of trouble, we move in.
And the DCI?
As soon as I can get him to a phone, sir.
All right, you can use her. But A, you stick to this plan, and B, the DCI gives a go-ahead.
Thank you, sir.
So you want me to pretend to be this woman?
Got it in one.
A Nigerian?
Do you think you can do it?
I don't know.
Look, Delia, if you don't think you're up to it, I won't put you in there.
Can I think it over?
That's just what you can't do. It's either yes or no.
I don't know.
Look, Delia, I promise you, I wouldn't put you in there if I didn't think you could do it and that I could get you out. And do you think Mr. Conway would have agreed to this otherwise?
Okay, I'll do it.
Good girl.
Ah, they're chucking you in at the deep end, I hear.
You're gonna lend me your water wings?
Julia, come and take a seat.
DCI Meadows, please. Yeah, well, look, could you ask him to call DI Burnside? Only when it's convenient. Thanks.
Right. The DI's told you a bit. We're working pretty much in the dark here, so you're going to have to be very careful.
Okay.
Your name is Eliwa Wege.
Eliwa Wege.
The guy who meets you won't know how to pronounce it, so there shouldn't be a problem there.
What language you should speak?
We don't know. English is the official language of Nigeria, but that'll probably be a second language. We'll just have to hope you get away with that.
I'm not gonna have to.
We're counting on your contact not knowing much about Nigeria.
If he does, it's gonna be a real short conversation.
Yeah, well, the safest thing would be to say as little as possible.
Once I meet him.
He'll be expecting the drugs to be inside your stomach, so he'll have to keep you at the hotel until you pass them. That could take up to a week.
A week?
Well, you won't have to be there that long.
You're right, I won't.
If you can get through this first meeting, we can tail it. Now, obviously, if you can get any hard evidence of dealing or even possession, that would be a bonus, but no heroics, right? You think something's wrong, you leg it. And I'll be back up with you the whole time, right outside. Lots of backup. Trust me. Ted and Jim have gone ahead.
About time and all.
With respect, Gov, I don't think you've thought this one through.
With respect? Look, I know you don't like the idea of sticking French in there, Alistair. Neither do I. But if we don't take risks, we don't get results.
Then maybe we shouldn't take the risks.
The slightest hint of trouble, we hoik her out.
And how do we do that if our dealer's put a gun to her head?
She gives us a foot in the door, that's all we need.
He gets the slightest hint that she's more likely to come from Litten than Lagos, and we're going to be parading behind a coffin. That's what it comes down to.
Well, we'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen.
What use am I in the area, Carver? I'm tight. Get someone back here as soon as I can. Good luck.
Thanks, Sarge.
Early for carnival, aren't you, Delia?
Very funny. Now, you sure you've got the address of the hotel?
Yes.
Well, good luck. And don't worry, we'll be right behind you.
You promise?
Promise.
When Greg gets here, we'll move around the back, see if we can get a better view from there. There she is. Fingers crossed. That's about all the help we can give her. There's Ellison now. Let's go.
I didn't know whether it was a name or a spelling mistake where they booked the room. Just you one night, is it? You are not one of the regulars, are you? New at it?
I don't...
Oh, come of it. Number 5 on top of the stairs. Your friend left this for you.
I want you to take the gear from the African girl's bag and check out her plane tickets.
Nothing else?
Well, that sounds like plenty to me. Tosh.
Yes, Gov.
I want you to check out who's dealing in smack, wholesale.
I haven't heard anything.
Well, then start listening. Start at the bottom of the food chain and work up. Users, dealers, wholesalers.
Right. So far, so good.
So far.
Stand by, Ted. This could be our man.
Reckon that's the contact? I hope he's not Nigerian.
If it's someone who knows the real woman, we've got big problems.
It's a taxi for you.
Yes.
Alistair, she's left the room.
Let's see what she does.
You want me to take that?
No, thank you.
Suit yourself.
Jim, she's left the hotel and she's just getting in the car. They're heading east. We'll meet you at Maple Avenue.
We'll be right with you.
Go, Sarge. The lights are changing. Travelling towards the high road in a grey Mercedes, index number.
Get out of the way!
Come on! They empty the bins about once a year and they have to choose now. Come on!
Viv. Viv will catch you up.
Come on!
The airline ticket was purchased through a travel agent in Sun Hill by a woman called Deborah Jane Miller. She arranged for it to be collected by Weggy at the BA desk in Lagos.
So what do we know about Mrs. or Ms. Miller?
Her address, which is Knoll Avenue, the fact that she's bought 3 return tickets to Lagos in the last 5 months. Oh, and the expiry date on her Visa card.
Well done, Michael. Go and check her out.
Dashwood. Sir?
It's going according to plan.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
She's in a car. We're tailing it. And we have a good idea where it's going.
Well, it's on your head, Frank, remember?
I'll remember.
What happened to the Nigerian woman?
Well, let's put it this way. She won't be using her return ticket.
Where's Ted got to?
I don't think they're far behind.
Oh, come on. Watch the roundabout.
Gonna lose them.
Watch which exit they're taking. Watch the roundabout.
Right, Sarge. I can't see him now.
Keep looking.
Come on.
Are they down there?
No.
Look up there.
No.
Up there. I don't believe this.
We've lost them.
Radio in.
Martella to Sierra Oscar. We've lost contact with Delia. We've lost the car.
You find her. You and Alistair both. You drive till your ball bearings are knackered, but you find her.
June, can you tell D.I. Burnside that I'm at the address that we've got for Deborah Miller? The locals all say there hasn't been anyone here since a fire 2 months ago.
Understood, Mike.
She must have been using the place as a cover address. There's no way they're bringing French here.
Get on to Tosh. Tell him the Burkes have lost her. Tell him I need that address now.
Here you are, lady. Safe and sound. Yo, princess.
Come in and keep quiet. Vanish. You got here all right then?
Yes.
You want to have a bath after your journey?
No, thank you.
I'm not asking. I'm telling you.
I don't understand.
I want to check your clothes, suitcase, that's a bathroom, everything. There isn't going to be any private enterprise here. All the packets come to us. This is your room. Here's some laxatives. It's safer for all of us if we get the gear out fast. Take them. Good. Now, as far as we're concerned, you're just the wrapper for some expensive imports. So if you want to see your family again, you do what you're told, all right?
Carol, DC line, Sun Hill.
Wait. Shut up. That's right. Have a good snoot round.
Tie you down, don't they, young kids?
What do you want?
Useful, though, if you're selling from home. I mean, you're always in if someone calls. You know what I'm talking about. Now, as there's just the two of us here, I was going to make you an offer.
I don't want to know.
Look, Carol, I haven't got time for all that. I want a name. Who's your supplier?
Never care.
Give me a name and you don't see me again. Otherwise, I'll get a van load of very hairy coppers round here to pull your place apart before you know it.
You won't find nothing.
You really think so? How long have I known you? Where do you keep it, Carol? In the talc? Nappy bags? In the milk powder? It's all been done before, you know. Listen, if you're done for supplying, you'll lose that kid. You will, I mean it!
Blake.
Doing drugs? Are you serious?
Mental's a better word, knowing what he's like.
Paul Blake and a woman called Deborah Miller, did they know each other?
Of course they do.
Where do I find them?
Walton Grove.
What number?
I don't know it.
Right. Oh, and don't you put too much of that stuff on your baby's backside, eh?
Yeah?
Sorry.
You're the new one, are you? Yeah. Yeah. Sit down. Let's take a look at you. You speak English?
Little.
Where are you from?
Nigeria.
I know that. Where in Nigeria? Forget it. You do what Debbie tells you.
Yes, sir.
I thought I said bath time.
Or else. Very nasty. You understand?
Mm.
I don't know whether you're going to like this, Good, but I think our heroin man could be Paul Blake. He now lives in Walton Grove. Can you hear me?
You didn't give me a number.
She didn't know it.
Oh, that's great. If it's Blake, this could get nasty. Look, I'm going down there. June, tell Greg and Roach to get down to Walton Grove sharpish.
Yes, sir.
Things still going according to plan, then?
What, you mean in general, or is there something in particular?
Well, the operation with French.
French?
Listen, Frank Burnside did speak to you, didn't he?
No, why? Is it urgent?
Well, it depends how you look at a major drugs raid with one of my WPCs dangling as bait, doesn't it?
Give me 2 minutes. Frank! This has got cock up written all over it.
It's got Burnside written all over it.
Where is he now?
On his way to Walton Grove.
Right, I'll get down there.
Right.
We're going to need anyone we can lay our hands on for this.
And an ARV.
Yeah, that's if Frank and his cowboys haven't taken their own 6 shooters.
Alistair, Viv, take this side of the street, house to house, all right?
Yeah.
Ted,
Yep.
Jim, you do this side. Tosh, I want
Yeah.
you to be back up. Take Alistair's motor, all right?
All right.
Where you go?
Where's French?
We think she's somewhere in this street, sir.
Well, she better be, for her sake and yours. Frank, why didn't you contact me? You know damn well I should authorise something like this.
Yeah, well, I've been trying to reach you, sir.
You didn't try very hard.
You go away from there. That isn't you. So who are you?
It's my sisters.
I don't believe you.
Yes.
Who's paying you in Lagos? What's the man's name?
No, I don't know me. I never met him.
You don't know who's paying you. Suddenly she's talking English.
No, it's my husband.
If you were a bloke, you wouldn't have a face left by now. Now you start talking. Before I hurt you very badly.
Paul, don't. The packets, they'll break.
There aren't any packets.
She's there! Number 22. Jim, Ted, round the back!
Go, get out.
Leave her! Don't let her!
Get that hammer!
Oh!
Do the lock!
Come here!
Don't bother, girls. Don't bother. It doesn't shift flying scale.
You don't have to say anything unless you wish to do so. But anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand that? Take him out.
Is she all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, I think so.
Scored well there.
It's not the way I see it. You were that close, Frank. Her life and yours.
Born lucky.
No, your luck ran out when you landed me.
I'm fine. But for a moment there, I thought I was on my own. Oh, I've got to go to the toilet.
Eh?
Delia, you all right?
Yes, sir. Oh, no, sir.